Hey, in today's video, we're going to talk about pad color. What color pad do you use for what? What machine do you use for which pad? Those kind of questions have come to me a lot in my comments. Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Jeff the Custodian. White pads are my favorite pad of all because they're the easiest to use. They are the pad that's not going to mess anything up really at all. White pads, I've had this question asked, can I use a white pad on my auto scrubber? Yes, you can. Can I use a white pad on a slow speed buffer? Yes, you can. Can I use a white pad on a high speed burnisher? Yes, you can. White pad is kind of all the way around, but I kind of want to talk about this pad right here. If you'll notice, pads, as they change colors, the course and the feel of them are different. The darker your pad is, the more aggressive that pad's going to be. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more too. So the white pad, when is the best time to use a white pad? Well, I like to use a white pad right after my floor has been waxed and traffic has started on that floor, and I'm going to use an auto scrubber. I don't want something that's going to be very aggressive, but I want something that's going to remove some dirt off the floor. I use a white pad. I have a building that has LVT flooring, and I use a white pad on that LVT floor because I don't want to damage that floor whatsoever, and the auto scrubber is going to do its job on cleaning that LVT floor and keeping it maintained as well. So I like to use a white pad for daily cleaning for me. Is there any time that I use this white pad on burnishing? Yes, I do. When my floor is just, you know, it's not really bad, there's really not a whole lot of scuffs, there's not black marks, but I kind of want to, it may have a haze to it, it may have a haze where I have had to do some hand mopping or whatever, and I kind of want to make it pop back out. I use a spray buff on a high-speed burnisher, 1500 RPM machine, 2000 RPM machine. With a spray buff, I use a white pad. Back in the old days, and there may be some guys out there that still do this with a slow speed buffer, the same machine you would use to strip a floor with, you can use spray buff and also use a white pad to make that floor pop and shine. Daily cleaning. If you want something a little bit more aggressive, that's not going to damage your floor as well. If you have a stubborn floor, if you work in a place to where it has a lot of high traffic, maybe in a plant, a school, or whatever, and you need a pad that's going to be a little bit more aggressive, that is a red pad. Red pads, they're coarse, but they're not going to damage that floor, but I would not use this pad dry. I would make sure that I had my auto scrubber and I was, you know, got your water pushed up 1, 2, or whatever you like your level to be. You can also put this red pad on your slow speed machine and do some extra scrubbing on your floor with a neutral cleaner and pick that up with a vac or whatever also that you might need to use, that you might need to do some extra deep cleaning. Now, one thing about pads is I talked about the darker your pad gets, the more aggressive it gets. Now let's get into talking about what kind of pad you use for top scrubbing and stripping. This can be a little confusing to people a little bit because, you know, I have people ask, when is it time to top scrub a floor? When is it time to strip a floor? Well, you kind of got to use your own judgment on that. But anyway, if I'm going to top scrub a floor, there is a pad that you can use. A green pad will work as well. I have seen people use a green pad to do daily mopping with, daily scrubbing with. Well, if you're using a green pad, which I do not have in front of me right now, I don't have one, but if you're using a green pad on an auto scrubber daily, you're going to damage that wax on that floor because it's going to be more aggressive. It's going to be more aggressive. I would not go beyond a white and a red pad on my daily cleaning on an auto scrubber. But the green pad is good for top scrubbing. But my favorite pad to use if I'm going to do strictly a top scrub and reapply 2 or 3 coats of wax is I'm going to use a maroon pad. And I don't have a round maroon pad, but I do have a square one. We use square scrubs. And I have my most watched video out there and is where I used a round 3M pad and I did a room, and I basically done a top scrub, and I took a few coats of wax off and I applied a couple of coats of wax. This pad right here is very coarse. It feels like, you know, some sandpaper type feeling, and it will take a couple coats of wax off. You can use this pad right here with nothing but water, especially on a square scrub machine. You can use this pad right here on a square scrub machine dry, and it's gonna take some wax off the floor. I have videos out there as well of me using a square scrub and doing top scrubs with these pads. Hey, I just want to take just a moment to say, if you enjoy the content on this channel, hey, buy me a coffee, help support this channel. There should be a link pop up right here, and I'm also going to put one in the description below. Hey, I appreciate you watching. The best pad all around to strip a floor with, if you're going to wet strip a floor chemically with a 4-to-1 ratio, 4 gallons of water, 1 gallon of stripper, is this pad right here. It's the black pad. This is the tried and true faithful black pad. You don't want to use this pad for anything unless you want to scrub something really hard and you want to take some wax off the floor. If you want to use it on I guess a hard surface floor, concrete or something like that, it's going to get in there and it's going to scrub that floor really good. The great thing about these pads is right here is that if they get clogged up with wax, you can take them off the machine, take them outside and put them under the water hose, under some high pressure, and you can clean these pads up. These pads are very durable, and when you get done doing a waxing job, you can wash it out, let it dry, and put it back in storage, and it's ready to use again. You can use these pads right here until they just about disintegrate. They are awesome pads. So the time to use a black pad, guys, is for stripping. I have heard of people using these when you top scrub. I never have used one for top scrubbing. Is it going to hurt the floor top scrubbing? It's not going to hurt the floor no worse than this maroon pad right here. Your purpose in that top scrub is to take the dirt off the floor, to get that floor prepped ready to put wax back on. So yes, you could do a top scrub with a black pad. The only way that this pad is going to take wax off the floor is if you apply stripper. Okay, big thing right here is burnishing and putting a shine back on that floor. Your floor is not ready to top scrub yet. Your floor is not ready to strip yet. It still has a shine to it, but it's got some scratches in it. It's got some heel marks, black marks, and you want to bring that floor back up. You don't have time to strip your floors, so you want to be able to put the shine back on that floor and bring that shine back out. This method right here, these pads I'm fixing to show you, a floor that you think that is beyond, sometimes it's not really that damaged, but it's dull. These pads right here with a proper machine will bring that floor back. And we have two kinds of pads right here. First, I'm going to show you the tan pad. This is a pretty popular pad in polishing floors. I also like to use an aqua pad with spray buff to polish floors. And like I said, I have used the white pad to do that as well when it's not too heavily damaged. But the go-to pad for me personally, if I have a floor that I really want to make pop and put a shine to, is the hog hair pad. The hog hair pad is kind of, to me, like the black pad. It is the tried and true pad for bringing that shine back to the floor, to bring it up to what you would like for it to be, as far as getting that lights to shine back in that floor and different things like that. Now, I kind of want to share something with you right quick that I think is very important that you need to think about in your pads. I made a mistake 25 years ago, and I have not forgot it. When I first got hired, I was in a big 30,000 square feet, I'll take that back, 30,000 square feet lunchroom that I maintained. It had VCT tile in it. So I went down to the custodial closet where the machines were stored. I pulled out a red high-speed burnisher, and I sprayed my spray buff on the floor. I've got it plugged in. Grab the handle, pull it, never looked at the pad, never checked the pad. I just knew it had a white pad on it. I could see the edges of it. It had grease on the pad, and grease just slung everywhere. When I realized what was happening the time I let go, it had done made so many turns that it already heated up, and it burnt that grease into that floor, and it was a nightmare to get that out. And the reason I'm saying that is just, you know, could that happen? Has it happened since? Well, that has not happened since. But when you're transporting your machines, you're rolling them across parking lots maybe, or whatever, you may be going from one building to the next, or wherever that may be, and you leave that pad on that machine, that pad could get something on it from the outside. It could get gravel in it. It could get something like that in it. And you don't want something like that that's in your high-speed burnishing pad, in your auto scrubber pads, in any of your pads, and damage your floors. Then you got to wait till the next time that you strip that floor, or if you've etched that floor and it's cut down in the tile, it's there until that tile is replaced. So it's just some things to think about on the color of these pads. I hope that this has made some sense to you. Let me know in the comments about your pad use. If you have any questions, if you'll let me know in the comment or on the Facebook group page, I will do my best, and other people can chime in as well and give you some advice, because I definitely don't know it all. Hey, I just want to say this right here. Go out there, learn the color of your pads and what those pads do, what machines they go on, and make those floors look good, because you know what's going to happen, don't you? The moment you get those floors looking good, somebody's going to come in there and they're going to mess them up, and you're going to have to do it again. Have a great day.